Welcome to this Crystallize live stream. Today we will be building a cart checkout order confirmation flow for Crystallize using Claude and Crystallize MCP. My name is Bård, and today, as usual, we have with us Vasil.
Hey everyone.
Let's jump straight into it and have.
Cool. Yeah, this is continuation from our previous live stream. Let's jump straight into Claude and put it to work. I prepared here a simple prompt, and we're gonna look at it. So we want to build the checkout. We want to build the checkouts, the whole checkout, kind of adding to carts, hydrating, keeping the cart, and then checkout page with customer information and information about what's in the cart, and then creating the order in Crystallize and order confirmation page. So this is pretty much what we want to achieve. And as you can read here, my prompt is very straightforward. So can you build a checkout flow with a sidebar cart, checkout page with customer information and showing the cart content, and mock the payment provider, because for now we just want to have something that we can look at. And finally, an order confirmation page, and we are telling here Claude to use the shop API for the cart and create the order from it, so we can verify that the order appears in Crystallize. Maybe what's worth here saying, and this is where we ended up in our previous live stream. If you remember, if you've seen it, or if not, in our previous live stream, what we did, we created the storefront, which is a product listing page, as you can see here, with different categories, bass, acoustic guitar, electric guitars, and different brands. And also we created a single product details page. As you can see, for example, on this guitar, we have the name, the price, add to carts, just kind of mocked for now, right? Doesn't do anything, doesn't exist the cart. And then we have additional information and similar products here listing. So all of that was done in our previous live stream with Claude, with two simple prompts, simpler even than the one that I just ran.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's running. And the one small additional piece that it wasn't really captured was adding a simple node server, so we can actually make requests against shop API, because the requests to shop API are authenticated. It requires access token ID and secret. And in the version that Claude created, it was just running HTML files straight in the browser. So we asked Claude to create a simple node server, so we can actually call shop API.
Yeah, and this is an important point, because when you're building an e-commerce on Crystallize, you want it to be secure, and there are access tokens, as you said, that needs to be sent, but you don't want to send that. Well, you can't send it from the browser, because of course. So you want it to be a server side where the APIs are happening. And the reason why it also worked the first time is because discovery by default is read-only, and it's open on the tenant. So you have to lock it down with tokens if you want it to be protected. But it's by default open, so that it's very easy to get started to read your data and to kind of have time to first success as quickly as possible. So this is an important point to be aware of, that requests to Crystallize, they should be server-side always. That's just best practice, and that's basically what you spent a few minutes after the last stream just telling it to just spin up its server.
Yeah. And this really depends. Sometimes Claude decides to build, because we didn't explicitly ask Claude what should be the technology behind our storefront. We just said build a product listing, and Claude figured out that actually the simplest way is to do it in a simple HTML file, and that's totally understandable, and probably for kind of this demo purposes is totally all right. But if you specify to use any framework like Next.js or anything similar, it could build it with the server setup already from the scratch. That's also going to work. This pretty much depends on your preferences and the way that you're going to use the storefront. Yeah, so I think Claude is working here, trying to figure out, I guess, everything around the shop API and hydrating the cart, right? And all of that logic. The good part is that we have skills about using shop API and what are the best practices there. So Claude should figure out easily how to hydrate the cart, like how to keep track of the SKUs that we are adding in the cart, and then building all the HTML around it.
And maybe we can also explain a little bit for those that are not aware. Okay, we talk about Discovery API, we talk about Shop API, which are essentially the two APIs you use to build a storefront in Crystallize, and they are inherently different, because the Discovery API is a distributed read-only API that is semantic. Semantic means it follows the naming of your data structure. So if you have a product called instrument, you will find instrument in the API, and also all the components like description, brand, etc. So it follows the structure of your data and is semantic, and it's built for performance, for read performance. The Shop API is also a distributed API on the edge. So it means that it is close to where the customer is coming from. So if you're shopping from Bulgaria, you get a node close to Bulgaria. In Norway, you get a different node, and in the US, you get a different node. It is optimized for write performance. So we did a test a few months back where we did 500 cart operations per second. So it scales very well. But the purpose of the Shop API is essentially to manage the cart persistence, all of the pricing. So pricing for the current market for a particular price list, or if you have a promotion. So it does all of that calculation for you, and it also manages the states. And one thing in the checkout process, which is classical, that you have a security issue if you don't lock the cart before you start the payment. Because if you start a payment, you could potentially open another browser and add more stuff to the cart. So we're managing specifically the locking of a cart to handle this. And finally, it's also allowing you to create the order from the actual cart once done.
Yeah, and this really simplifies the whole checkout process, because as you said, it's very complicated, and there are a lot of pitfalls where people can fail when they start building it on its own, right? So that's why Shop API tries to cover all of this, and also adds on top of that, as you said, like order creation from the carts. Like really, you don't need to provide what's inside the order, because whatever is already on the cart, it goes straight and creates the order. And this really simplifies things a lot, I think, for the consumers. I remember, like, back in the days, building a checkout, it was like it took some time until you figure out all the details and how to make it properly. And now let's see if Claude can do that for us, and build even also kind of all the infrastructure around all the HTML, the code in the browser. So yeah, this will be exciting. Let's see.
And the goal with this is basically to get an order from the storefront placed in Crystallize, because then we have the round trip of a basic e-commerce, and it's a starting point for when you can start making it yours. So going into the design and the customer journey, all the details for the different pages. If you want, different kind of flow, that's when you start tuning it. But I like usually when I build the storefront also to have this happy path that it has the products, has the listing. You can add it to the cart, you get the pricing, and then you actually can place it as an order.
Yeah. Things are moving here. I think now Claude is working on creating the order from what I can see here on the code that it's printing for us. This will be exciting to get the order in Crystallize. And maybe just to verify here, we don't have any, we have 2 orders. I guess they're all testing, but yeah. So a few seconds ago, yeah, this is definitely, I see the Claude is playing already with with orders. I guess that's it was trying to. I was checking like if I can connect and create orders. So this is all confirmed. So we will do a different test after that when everything is set and we can actually look at it in the UI. Let's see if we have an actual cart already. So I'll add to the cart here. It doesn't seem that we are getting the sidebar cart yet. Yeah, and all of this is built live, right? So a lot of things potentially could go wrong, but this will be a kind of also interesting to try to troubleshoot and guide Claude if something is failing, and so we can build it. But Claude is not done yet, so let's see. Cart CSS. I see now that is actually adding the cart. Okay, yeah. I was like too eager to see the cart, but now he's working on it. Yeah.
And again, in this context, it's not using a framework at all, right? So there's no Next.js or anything. So it's pretty vanilla setup that we have there.
Yeah. And we have even possibility here. Okay, so we have possibility here in Crystallize to actually look at the checkout funnel live in real time when the carts are created. And as you can see here, Claude played a little bit already, created some carts, as you can see in the price, and it created order from one of them, what we saw earlier on the orders page. So we can track all of this live in Crystallize with the insights checkout funnel that we have built. Okay, so this is on the cards part yet. And here we have the orders.
And you see that Claude with the probe cards and the probe orders, it does verify before it builds. Like it verifies, okay, do I have the connection to the server? Okay, this is how the APIs work. I can place the order. Okay, now let me build the HTML and the JavaScript required to have this in the storefront. So it's kind of, it is verified already by Claude.
Yeah. We can see that first on cart creation, which is on shop API, right? Hydrating the cart, creates the cart, and then the cart management, as we saw on the inside, the checkout funnel over here. And then we saw the kind of the next step, which is creating the order already here with all the details. So let's see, now it's updating the product HTML. Okay.
And now it updates the product details page to use the real cart.
Yeah.
I can soon test it.
Yeah, definitely. I guess first it built the backend logic, all the kind of the business logic, making the requests, making sure that it can authenticate and all of that, the shop API side. And then after that, built the HTML, what's in the UI, and then connecting it to the APIs. I think that's more or less the approach that we also will take as developers, right? First, we start by building the APIs, then or in parallel, we can build the front end, and then you connect both when they're done. And that's what it seems it's happening at the moment here. So I'm eager to try again. Let's see if we have something already on the product detail page. I can add. Oh, okay. Request failed. I think this is still building, so let's wait a bit. I know we want to get it right away, but it takes some time, and I think this is going like good 15 minutes now from one prompt. So let's see. We didn't guide much Claude what to do and how to do, so there were a lot of things to figure out.
And the goal here again is an exercise to see how far you can get with very, very few instructions, but with the support and the guardrails of the MCP and the structure in Crystallize and the best practices that we have as part of the skills that are served via the MCP, and also the best practices that Claude naturally knows in terms of what should the checkout contain. We didn't specify fields, first name, last name, etc., or anything, right? So
No.
we just said we want to check out. You go do it. So let's see if it's a senior or a junior developer that we get here.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Okay, so I'll go click again. No, that's still figuring it out. And what else? Maybe we should have said here that if you haven't seen our previous live streams, you can take a look on those as well, because we started from a simple empty tenant in Crystallize without any shapes, without any products, and a simple spreadsheet that was a little bit messy. Even we wanted to be a little bit messy, so Claude can, we can put Claude to work and try to figure out what actually is wrong and how to fit into Crystallize structure. And from that spreadsheet, Claude built first the data model, kind of how the items should look like, what are their fields, what's their shape. And from there, once that was built, the data model, then we imported the products in Crystallize, and this is what you actually see here on the screen with different variants. None of this was really specified by us. Claude, based on the data model that we have in Crystallize and the spreadsheet, it figured it out actually what and how to build. Even with brands item relation here, as you can see, this is one of the best practices also that we taught Claude how to do. That was the second step, right? Then the third step, our previous live stream was about building the product listing page, and this is what you see here on the screen with the filtering capabilities and all of that. We didn't ask for any of this. Claude just decided that this is a good idea to do. And the product detail page with the price, additional information, the related products, and all of that. Everything with very simple prompts, as Bort said. Kind of the whole point is to prove that with just a little bit of guiding and kind of help from the MCP and all that, we can achieve a lot. And now we are on the final place where Claude is hooking actually the confirmation page now is building, where it's hooking the checkout. And maybe we can try to give it a spin again. Let's see, add to cart, request failed. I think this is something we need to tell Claude to look at it, even though it says confirmation page. But okay, let me shoot that to Claude. It seems that the sidebar cart throws an error. Okay. Okay, let's give that to Claude in case it missed it. And as we discussed in the beginning, the checkouts, it's really it's a complicated process, right? So there are a lot of things that needs to be taken into account. and that's why I said like back in the days it used to take so much time to build it, and now just in few minutes, not few but like whatever, several minutes, we can have something really complete to look at. So let's see, still running, create server, okay. To pick up the new route. So I guess we need to restart the server. Claude will do that for us. So then we can try the checkout. Still the same. And what should be from here next board? Like we built the storefront, the checkout.
I'm thinking a search would be natural, a discovery API search.
Yeah, with a lot of capabilities, I guess.
With autocomplete, kind of searches you type. I think that would be a good addition. And typically what you would also add is like more storytelling, maybe a dedicated landing page shape, maybe some like a blog post or article shape where you can write some inspirational content about the products that you feature also in the article. So I guess that would be a good next step if you're going to kind of take this to the actual production level. I like that it calls the basket is decided on tone of voice, like your rig, add to rig, and
actually now the checkout starts to work, it seems.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's try to add one more, this one in yellow color, because why not? Yeah, I think this works. Now I have, okay, let's try. We have this checkout now. Two guitars, checkout, and we are on the checkout page. Okay, I think now it's seems loading something. Let's see if it can figure it out.
And of course, it's still building in the background, Vasil, right?
Yeah, it's just I'm like really eager to see, but the checkout page also kind of fits in the style and everything. So I think this looks nice. Your details, payment, and confirmation. Boom, built in one. As much as we're eager, it needs to finish building before probably we see this. But first step, at least. And as you can see, it keeps the cards, I guess, the card ID in the local storage. I didn't check the details, but this is what is best practices, right? So just the card ID, and then it can pull the state or in the cookie, and then it can pull the card's information from Shop API. And I guess this is what happens here, because when I reload the page or everything, the card just appears right away. So we're not losing the state of the card because it's kept in Shop API, and the browser is just requesting that information. Cool. Let's see.
And you can also check now, verify that it's hooked up if you go into Crystallize, and just do the cart analytics.
Cart analytics, yeah. Let's see here. I guess we have this one, which is at 11 time clock. And then what we can try, let's see if I add one more. That should pop as well. So adding here. And yeah, it disappeared a few seconds ago. This one that I just added.
Yep.
And then let's see if we hook this green one as well. And we go to Crystallize. Yeah, it immediately appeared. This is good.
Yep. because this checkout funnel, this is a real-time view of what's going on in the cart API for this tenant. So it's kind of where you can get insights into the full checkout process before the orders is placed. So you can, when you're running a campaign, you can see if people are kind of abandoning the carts, or how far they go, or what products are more popular to add to the cart, and then you can try to analyze why or how you can increase the conversion.
Yeah. Oh, now the checkout loads. This is amazing. Who is paying? First name, last name. Okay, let's try this. Phone. Where to? Home. Postcode 5350. Let's say city, Sofia. I don't know. I'll put this in Bulgaria actually. It's not here. It's not here in the list. Norway.
All right.
Yeah.
So take Bulgaria.
Yeah, I work on that with Claude. Checkout, actually, think it looks decent. The customer information, the shipping address. As you said, we didn't ask for any of this actually, which is quite amazing. We asked for summary of the cards, and here on the side we have the 2 guitars that we just added last.
And also what I like most here is like the who's playing, where to, your rig. It's like the headers. It's like they're not cart or customer name and address. It's following the tone of voice as you would expect if you're building a kind of guitar store.
Yeah. And actually, even here, the checkout funnel, as we discussed earlier, we can see now that I'm not guest anymore because I had my customer information, so Dimitrov, and then the cards, the blue means that is placed, so it cannot be changed. And here is the mocked payment, I guess. Can you just hit pay? I guess.
And this is where you easily would just add Stripe or Klarna or anything, and that's super easy for Claude to hook there. This is just placeholder for now, but it kind of gives you the flow. And actually, I'm curious because in Crystallize you can choose to have orders with customer information, but not creating a customer in Crystallize. And alternatively, you can actually, you're plugged in. This is, I mean, this is pretty good. Good in terms of tone of voice, I must say. And
I think
order
yeah, this is a win, definitely. I mean, the order is in Crystallize with the items I ordered. The design looks good. It used Shop API, created order. We saw in the checkout funnel that how the Shop API progressed the cart to different states. I mean, this is a win to me. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's a win, and again, I'll just repeat: 2026 is the year where everything changes in terms of how you build an e-commerce storefront. Because we did some tests last year, and we did some AI built storefronts. It's like, yeah, this was okay, but now it's really good. It's really good.
It's amazing.
But do a last check. I'm curious if it decided to create customers or just created orders with embedded customer information. Both are valid, but just want to check. Yeah. So this is where you could, if you want to have customer cards because you want to create next step, maybe like my page to list orders and have login and things like that. So that could be an extension. But we didn't say anything about it.
No.
And it's easily added after the fact. So actually, maybe that would be a next. I take back what I said. Next step would be to change this to create a customer on checkout, so a customer in Crystallize as an item, and also then create a my page with let's say a mock login process in the front end, or we can do magic link email login if we want to do that.
Yeah. I'm still impressed. It's like how much, like in just 20 minutes or so, we managed to build the whole checkouts with the carts, with the checkout page and the order confirmation, creating the order. This is like, it wraps everything.
And this is real, right? This is a proper setup. We have the prices, product information, marketing content in Crystallize, served via our APIs and CDN. You have the catalog, you have the full checkout process. For this to be live now, it's basically you need to add payment, and then you could start selling stuff on top of this. So the time to first success, it's changed. So let's end this one here. If you want to continue this journey on this store, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.